This man kept swimming in the sea for 3 days and 3 nights after the plane crash. When he was almost about to give up, then he saw an island far away. Quickly he took his boat and came to the beach. But the island was completely deserted. There was no sign of a human. He kept shouting, but there was no one. Then he made a big help signal on the beach with his foot so that planes flying above could see him. After this, he used his boat on the beach to make a temporary shelter and, exhausted, decided that tomorrow he would plan something else. But at night, when he was just about to sleep, a strange sound came from the jungle. He immediately became alert and, out of fear, held the boat paddle in his hand and stayed awake the whole night. The next morning, he saw that the help signal he had made yesterday was erased by the ocean waves. Immediately, he took some dry wood and built a new and bigger help signal at a high and safe spot on the beach. At that time, some courier packets came floating to the beach through the sea. Tom picked up all the packets, thinking they might come in handy. Then again, the same strange sound came from the jungle. He shouted loudly, but no reply came. This time he gathered courage and went toward the jungle. As soon as he moved a little forward, something fell near him and scared him. When he looked, he found out it was a coconut. He collected more coconuts because he hadn't eaten or drunk anything the whole day. He tried to break the coconut by hitting it on a rock, but it was very difficult. The coconut wasn't breaking. Then he tried with another stone to break it, but the stone broke instead. Finally, he started cutting the coconut with that broken stone, and after a lot of effort, the coconut broke. But the water inside was very little. Then he learned the trick and made a small hole in the coconut with the stone. He lifted the coconut, put it to his mouth, and happily drank the sweet water. After drinking water, he made a bag and took a stick to look around. Maybe help could be found. He kept walking from morning till evening. He only found one more courier packet, nothing else. In the end, he felt that he had returned back to the same place he started from. Now he decided to climb to the top of the mountain and see if this really was a lonely island. While climbing, his foot got cut by a stone. A lot of blood came out. He tore a piece from his pants and made a bandage, and put some grass and herbs inside his socks and tied them on both feet. After 1 hour of climbing, he reached the top of the mountain. He saw that all around there was only water everywhere. No land was visible. His heart broke. Just then he saw that far away in the sea a man was floating. He quickly came down and swam toward him. When he got closer, he saw it was the plane's pilot. But the pilot was not alive. Tom dragged the pilot to the beach. From him he found a torch. It was still working. He took off the pilot's shoes. They were small, but he modified them and wore them. In his pocket, he found a wallet. Inside the wallet was the pilot's family photo. Seeing it, he became emotional. A happy family will never be complete again. He decided to bury the pilot right there on the beach and kept the family photo with him. He carved the pilot's name and age on the reef with a stone. Doing all this, evening fell. At night, lying in his shelter, he felt very lonely and sad. But his wife's photo became his support. Days passed, but no help came. Slowly, he started adjusting to the life there. Every morning, he drank the drops of water from leaves. He used the coconut shell to store water. He used the sand like a bathroom and covered it with his feet so that there would be no smell. When hungry, he went to the sea to catch fish. But sometimes, even after a lot of effort, he caught nothing. Then one night, when he couldn't sleep, he went for a walk on the beach. Suddenly, he saw a light in the sea. He immediately understood that it was a ship's light. He became excited and started shouting loudly. He saw there was no response from the ship, so he took the torch and waved it strongly so the ship people could see him. But in the middle of the sea, his small light was nothing. With hope for rescue, he brought out his small boat. He tied the elastic of his underwear on his head and made a temporary cap, and sat in the boat to reach the ship. He started paddling with all his strength. Huge waves kept stopping his boat from moving forward. From morning till noon, even after rowing, he managed to move only 100 meters. Still, he did not give up. He kept paddling continuously. Finally, one big wave overturned his boat. Unfortunately, his leg hit a rock and he screamed in pain. Dragging himself in an injured condition, he took his boat back to the island. And as if the trouble wasn't enough, a storm arrived and heavy rain began. Quickly, he covered the courier packages with the boat. There was no shelter and his leg was wounded. So he went near a cave on the island. With the light, he checked the surroundings and thinking it safe, he went inside. Luckily, there was a spring there. He was extremely thirsty, so he bent down and started drinking the water. The water was dirty, but thirst was greater. Drinking the water, he fell asleep right there, forgetting even to turn off the light. Next morning when he woke up, the light was dead, and the infection in his leg had worsened. If treatment didn't happen in time, his leg would be ruined. He started opening the packages. In the first package were skating shoes whose blades looked useful. In the second package was a volleyball. In the third, there was a lady's skirt. But the black net of the skirt seemed useful to him. In the remaining packages were cassettes and a useless contract paper. On the last package there was a symbol of angel wings. He considered it a sign of hope and kept it aside. From the cardboard he made himself a bed. With the skating shoes, he cut cloth and used the shoelaces to bandage his wound. Now the shoes also made breaking coconuts and cutting wood easier. Then he even caught a big crab. Hungry for many days, he became very happy. But eating raw crab felt impossible. So with the net from the skirt, he made a fishing net and caught a small fish. While eating the fish, he realized raw food gave no taste. Then he began rubbing wood to make fire, using the paper as fuel. He tried a lot. When he got tired, he rested and ate coconuts. While eating coconut, a new idea came to his mind, using the coconut shell for back and forth rubbing. The friction became stronger, but his hand got cut. Another wound. Every day he was fighting just to stay alive. In frustration, he screamed, kicked, and hit around. He picked up the volleyball and threw it away. After releasing his emotions, he calmed down, bandaged his hand, and began thinking of new ways to light fire. The volleyball had his bloody handprint. He gave that ball a face and named it Wilson, making it his friend. With Wilson, he felt motivated. He again started making fire. After many attempts, sparks finally appeared. But he saw the wind was putting out the fire. So he dug a pit, put wood inside, rubbed harder, blew air from his mouth, and finally, the fire lit. His happiness had no limits. That night, he lit a big fire on the beach as a rescue signal. Now he began to feel there was hope of survival. He roasted seafood and, after many days, ate cooked food. Every day he talked to Wilson, shared his heart, and even carved his wife's picture on a rock to give himself courage to stay alive. Time passed quickly. 4 years went by without him realizing. The man who was once fat and heavy had now become a skeleton. Nobody knew how he survived those 4 years. He was living like a walking corpse. The good thing was he had become skilled at fishing. Sometimes he thought of escaping the island, but the merciless waves of the ocean broke his courage. One day, while searching for food in the sea, he found a piece of iron. Seeing something new, he became very happy. He placed that metal upright on the beach and sat with Wilson staring at it. Slowly, an idea came to his mind. It was light, foldable, and unbreakable. A perfect sail. He immediately began working. With his old skating shoes, he joined wood into an axe. Under a big tree, he lit fire so the wood would dry quickly. Then he started cutting small shrubs to make ropes. He peeled their bark, and for days without food or water kept making rope. He thought, if not now, then never. If I don't leave now, I will never leave. He cut down all the small trees of the jungle, even used the old videotapes to make rope. But when he returned to his cave, his heart became very heavy. He understood that traveling in the sea was very dangerous. Returning alive might be impossible. At that moment he felt Wilson was laughing at his weakness. In anger he threw Wilson out of the cave. But the next moment regret struck him. He ran and searched for him. In 4 years Wilson had become his best friend. To fix his mistake, he restored Wilson's face. A few days later he completed his raft. He kept the wing symbol parcel box, took Wilson with him, and on a windy day, he pushed his raft into the ocean. A new journey toward life began. He rode the raft, passing one wave after another. Whenever a big wave came, he quickly opened the iron sheet sail. The raft turned out very strong. With the help of the wind, he crossed the giant waves and reached a calm sea. As he kept going far away, he looked back again and again at the island. He had spent 4 long years on that lonely island. Under the setting sun, a new spark of hope lit in his heart. When hunger struck, he caught fish. When thirsty, he drank the rainwater he collected. At night, a great whale circled his raft, as if guarding him. But fate is never so kind. One stormy night, the sail was torn away. He held on tight to the raft, so he wouldn't be swept into the sea. By morning, a whale's splash woke him, only to find Wilson gone. He screamed, desperate, and dove into the waves. He tied the raft with a rope and swam toward Wilson. But the rope was too short, and his strength failed him. Before his eyes, Wilson drifted away. In that moment he felt everything was lost. His final hope broken forever. Exhausted and defeated, he lay back on the raft. floating endlessly without a destination. Time blurred. Then one day, the sound of an engine shattered the silence. A ship appeared. He waved frantically and they saw him. After 1,500 days, he was finally rescued. But when he returned to the modern world, his heart shattered once more. His wife had married another man and had a child. A story of survival, loss, and fate. For more powerful stories like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.